crappy day. Not going to be any riding going on. I got all kinds of new gear on my bike, and so what am I going to do? Find other ways to play with it. And the way I'm going to play with it today is to serve myself a beer with my brand new dropper post. Here we go. And that beer it's Ten Fidy from Oskar Blues, but not just any Ten Fidy. It's barrel-aged Ten Fidy. And Oskar Blues are the folks that were on the forefront of the can craze in craft beer. And of course then they do all kinds of great stuff with their cans like this, where the can art makes it look like it's in an oak barrel. And it's important because that is the story behind this beer. It's been aged for a year in bourbon barrels with bourbon in it. And I had some notes from the brewery. They on their website they talked about how they made this beer. It's got espresso, burnt sugar, rich chocolate, caramel notes with vanilla, oak, and then bourbon from the barrel, and it's smoothed out during the maturation. So what's interesting on this one is they say they blend it in the top bourbons around. Well, I'm not a bourbon expert, so I don't even know what that means, but I take their word for it. So coming in at a whopping 12.5% or 12.9% ABV and 75 IBU. So this is a whopper of a beer, and as it says on the can, this dog will hunt. So I've been saving this beer. I got it in December. Like I said, it was a hard beer to find. There were just a few cans around here in Northern Virginia, and I was pretty stoked to get it, but I wanted to save it for a rainy day. And now I have that rainy day because at 12.5%, I'm not going to be guzzling this thing, and I'm glad to give myself a full afternoon to enjoy it. So I'm going to cut into this thing, and again, we're looking at 12.5% ABV, 75 IBU, and I would prefer to enjoy it from the can. Wow, that is rich. It's like silk. It's like I'm not picking up a huge amount of bourbon notes on it yet, but I am getting that rich sort of that chocolatey flavor of the espresso. But I'm going to pour it so you guys can see it, because beer in the can doesn't reveal itself. So let's look at that. That is like just like Ten Fidy. That thing is like oil. And of course you can also pour it onto your floor when you miss the glass with it. But there's the pour. So here we go. Ten Fidy. Barrel-aged Ten Fidy. Look at the head on that thing. And you can see I poured it kind of high just to free the foam, so to speak, to see what it would do to free up that flavor. But I'm going to try to get into this thing one more time. I gave myself a challenge to drink through all that foam, didn't I? So you can taste so many different flavors in this thing, and it's got this dark roasted color, almost coffee looking, and it's thick, almost like a cup of espresso. Even if I said this was a flat white, you might almost believe me if it was just a little bit on the whiter side. So anyway, bourbon barrel aged Ten Fidy. Look for it on your shelves next winter. It's a rare one. If Oskar Blues ships to your area, give it a shot. It's a great beer. And hopefully next time I see you, I'll be coming off the trails. Until then, ride fast, drink slow.